power, not by might. There is nothing anybody can achieve except by His grace. Though it is very important to play your part because hard work pays. You must play your what? Your part. I couldn't watch Djokovic match yesterday because I wasn't around. I'm a fan of Djokovic, and he won his 23rd Grand Slam yesterday. 24th, thank you. God bless you. And this is exactly what he has tried. He has done so much. If I look at the young guy that defeated him about 3 months ago, that Alcaraz, that 19-year-old guy.
20, sir.
Yeah?
20 now.
He's now 20. Thank you. But he won it. Serena Williams did everything. She only won 23rd, 23. Because only one person had won 24th in the history of the tennis game. What about that? Margaret something.
Of course.
And that 121.
Now, if Djokovic should win the next one, which is Australia Open, he's now going to be the highest. They wrote it in CNN that the most winniest. I've never seen that in the winniest, yes. Somebody that won the highest. That would make him 25th. But that's not the story. My story is that Coco Gauff won the women own yesterday, on Saturday. How old is Coco Gauff? She's just 19. That shows that age has nothing to do with success. 19. Just a small girl. She's not a billionaire in dollars. At 19. So don't look down on yourself. You can win anything. As long as you are consistent, you're persistent, you are focused, you keep doing what you know best to do. What do you know best? You are selling properties. You are selling land. Right? You are doing this job. Forget about it. You can sell. You can make money. I met somebody. His name was Mr. Muiwa Maiwa in Jerusalem. And I told him about that was Sengeri then. But he told me that he would like to come and see the place. So luckily for one of the Ibadan marketers, he met Mr. Maiwa. And we started talking, Before we left, he paid. He paid. What was I trying to build from here was that we started in February, but they paid in what? September. That is what's consistency. Don't be discouraged. Today it might not be working today, tomorrow it will surely work. Let me be sincere with you. It's not raining everywhere. Thank God for what God is doing in Agville. It's not raining everywhere. It is raining in Agville, and it will continue to rain here. Yeah. Make the best use of the opportunity you have. Now you have a new product to sell. A new product to sell. And that product is going to be classified. In fact, you can be making money from giving out apartments there. You can make money from selling houses. You can make money from selling landed properties. Somebody can buy half plots, somebody can buy full plot. And that's the product on its own, which we are committed into building houses. Alright, so let's go. This is not my no. I've got something different. Yeah, I've got something different. I've not concluded that So how has it been? We hope you enjoyed yourself on Thursday. The Ibadan people really did wonders. They came with that. They came with so many. In fact, to me, that was the best lunch we did. We have done. Then so far, very eventful. We saw God's presence. The weather was good. That's why in fact has been raining. It rained from 1st to 6th of September. Even the next day, it rained heavily. For that day, the weather just came good for us. There was nothing to drop. Let's clap for Jesus. Let's clap for Jesus. Don't tell anyone to say there is no God. No. You are going to meet some people that will tell you that you don't believe in God. I remember when I was in school, some of our lecturers, they were atheists. God can. You can just believe in your mind. Your mind is your God. It is what your mind says that works for you. And that's it. And when you meet them for any help, they tell you that their mind says no, and there's nothing they can do. So please, but I'm just encouraging you. Don't what? Join everybody and say that there's no God. There's God. Yes. So I told you about my talks, which I've just started. Please, can you hear me from there? Everyone there. Oh, we have space there. We have? Okay. Mr. Shala? He's not around. When are we fixing this place? We need to break this place. Alright. Yeah, so please let's look at breaking this place very soon. And let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. The message says this afternoon that what is real estate? I'm going to be giving you different versions of that word real estate. I will just give you one today. I'll be giving you several versions. You'll be seeing the world of real estate in different forms in the next 3-4 months. So this says the first is what? The physical land. What is real estate? It divided real estate into two parts. The first says about the land, physical land. Any land you see is an act of what? Real estate. The second says the structure on land. Any structure you see on land is what? Real estate. The bridge is an act of real estate. Anything. So that shows that everything that happens on land and within the structure is what? Real estate. That shows that God created the world. Everything He created real estate as the basis, as the foundation. And everything now works on what? Real estate. So you are enjoying, you are operating in the biggest part of creation. When you talk about real estate, it has to do with what you can see at any time. Per time, you wake up in the morning, what you see first is an act of what? Real estate. You see your room, you are in your room, you are in one part of the real estate world. You walk on, you are flying, you are moving around, anywhere you are. Real estate. It says there are three things as a realtor. Now, we now segregate it into two. As a realtor, the first you have to be looking for in making sales is what? Location location, location. If anybody calls you, what? I'd like to sell a property. So the first is you want location. Location is very, very important. For Agbi Investment Limited, there are 4 things that we check before citing any estate. The first is we check the location first. Is it accessible? You check the proximity to the city center. Proximity. We check the demography. That's the people around that area. Are people living there? Okay, how many years will you actually take people to be here? For example, the location, the proximity to Mexican brought a. This last convention they just did had almost about 20,000 attendees. So location is very important. That alone, that church alone, they can buy anything you have there. We talk about the demography. Location. Real estate is everywhere you touch and every part of our lives. It is everything you touch, everything you do, every part of our lives is what real estate. There is no way you can do something in a day without going through that process, going through that work. Real estate informs and reveals other markets. I was at a conference one day, and somebody in the agricultural sector was talking about food. And I told the person that without land, can you plant your grain? That shows that real estate comes first. So it shows that on every sector. It reveals even the market, the economic situation in the country, the world at large. Even for those who are rated as the most wealthiest in the world, are rated through what? You know, somebody, okay, there are 3 major things in the world which I had one the other time: food, clothing, shelter. But to me, it is not food first. It is not shelter. Because without that, there can't be food. When God created the world, He didn't actually created food first. He created real estate first. It was on real estate that He now started creating other things. Animals, plants, trees, garden. He now created humanity. Are you getting it? So real estate is the foundation, is the basis. It reveals other what? Markets. It shows every other business. Even the clothing line, the clothes you are putting on, without the factory, without the land, they can't produce it. So to me, as long as real estate is in place, you are good. It's the food we eat. It is the clothes we wear. Real estate covers our shame. And I'll never forget the era of COVID. Everybody, we are all sent home. As a company, we had the biggest boom after COVID. Yes, the biggest sales. Because COVID taught people lesson, very beautiful lesson. People were sent home. So those without a room suffered. In fact, they were sent home before they gave them food. They didn't send palliative to them before sending them home. Abi? Did they call you on the street there? From this office, take palliative, where we going home. Everybody do what? Go home. Then after getting up, we now come and meet you. What? They now put the politic by your door. We saw some even in the Western world. They just drop it by their. Real estate is important. It is very, very important. It is the foundation of everything. It is the origin of humanity. God created real estate first. So you are playing in the number one industry in the world. That's where you are playing. It says real estate is the ultimate for every industry. Every industry in the world operates through real estate. Every industry. Even the internet, we are talking about internet now. We're talking about AI. We're talking about the blockchain technology. Without a room to sit down to do everything, they can't. They can't fly into the moon or into this. And I saw India sending, what's it called? By space, to the moon, to the this. They sat somewhere in their offices and in their houses, sending that, watching it. Even their president. So he should have just joined the space down to the moon and be living there. Real estate is very important. He says, real estate is one of the largest assets. Largest assets in the world. It's the largest. Look at this point. He says, because of the economic of real estate, real estate investors, let me read it again. Okay, because of the economics of real estate are scalable, investors of any size can participate. Investors of any size can what? Participate. I'll never forget 1 year that we were looking for land. And we traveled, we got to Ifo. And we got to one remote area in Ifo. That place is called Dombu.2. Yes, Dombu.2. I'll never forget. I went with my golf then. And we climbed mountains. Dombu.2. And we asked them, how much can we get the plot of land there? They said with 20,000 naira. Can God get the plot of land? To be sincere, even at that time, if there was no money really, but if you had the mind of getting it, you would have gotten that land with 20,000 naira. That shows that everybody can play in the industry. So it's not only for one set of class of people, because the real estate economy is what? Scalable. You can check that one and enjoy it later. Everybody can play there. Everybody. I engaged some people during this the journey we just went. I used to tell myself that I came here for two reasons. We came to pray, and we also came to do what? Business. We are for business. Any good business about properties, I'm here. And I was encouraging one woman. She said she's working at NACO. And I told her about Command Alagbado. And she said, Command Alagbado is far. She said, is it that you want to buy land in GRA Kenya or what? I said, Command is far. And I gave her the story of how we got a plot of land with 40,000 naira in Songwater in 2004. I told her that there was no money. For a month, 30 days, we would actually save 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira times 12, 60,000. We got the 60,000 naira, we bought land for 40,000. And we used 20,000 naira to pay agent and pay this and go. There was no money again to commence construction activities. The next year we started with 5,000 again. Before collecting that that contribution, we got to the land, they sold land to another person. Yes, I'm telling you life story. They now told us that if you want a new land, you have to pay us extra 20,000. And we had 60,000. So we had to quickly pay. They now took us to a new place and said you have to start working immediately. So we now use the 40,000 to build something right in the middle of the land. In the where? Middle of the land. With the 40,000, it took us about the lintel level. And I told the woman that today, in that same place, a plot of land is going for around 10 million naira. I lectured her, I encouraged her. You have the strength to work today. You can participate. You can play. 2 years ago, some people bought that same Alagbado for 5 million naira. If I Mr. Dolapo's clients, Firo, they bought a plot of land for 5 million naira in Alagbado. How much is it today? Same Alagbado here. The 6 million, some people bought it, they paid for almost about 1 year. 6 million. So it's scalable. Anybody can participate there. Some of you here, you are landlord. If you should ask how much you bought your land, you actually, some people, in fact, Mr. Sulaiman, how much you bought your land in Ikorodu for how much? 200,000 naira. What year? 2007. 200K. Hello? Some of his mates had the money then. He will say, me, Ikorodu. Lie. The same thing that woman said 2 days ago. Working in NACO. And so what? Say command is 4 hours journey. How? How? You can see how people can be blinded. People can, you see, some people can never be healed in this. There's no amount of anointing or laying of hands. You can never heal them. And not everybody will become a landlord. I have come to understand that too. That same 200,000, some people had the money. So what I was saying is that it is available for everybody. And that goes to you too. You also can become what? A real estate investor. Don't dance the tenant. Because somebody can be working like this and not become a landlord. And then gaining commission. You don't know it's not possible. You know, I don't know. The person will be selling land, selling houses to people. We have so many clients who will be doing this, doing that. And before you know it, they say, where is your own land? I'm planning to buy. There's another one that says, real estate is a wonderful business that does not fail. Doesn't fail. Doesn't fail. Do you know why it doesn't fail? If you do it truthfully, you are doing business with God. So, it cannot fail. And God cannot fail. You are in partner. Yes. Cannot fail. Cannot fail. And one thing about real estate is that your mind must be very strong in doing it. In any capacity. When God told the Israelites to go and claim the land, he said, you have to fight war. Abi? Or just told them that you should go and just go there and slap them and leave. They fought war. Just like somebody said that God was the first Omonile and the first Adagumbale. Yes, because he sent the Israelites to go there. He said, go and take the land I promised your father, your forefathers. He promised them, not that they own it. Yes, they have to contend. So that's that you have to fight to get it. As a realtor, as a business person, you want to have your own house, you have to fight to get it. It is so interesting for you to be paying rent. You can be paying rent. At least I will pay my rent this year. You have to struggle to get your own. It's very important. It says, have a clear, intuitive understanding of the key financial and management concepts at play in the real estate world. If you want to play in it, you must have a clear understanding of it. Understand it very well. Just like what we used to check, we check the location, we check the pricing. We know the prices, we don't joke with it because you must buy low. At a very low price because there are other, aside from big competitors, there are expenses, unforeseen expenses will actually emanate and before you know it. So we check the price very well. We check location, we check the price, we check demographic, proximity to a city center. We check the topography. Is it dry? Is the land dry? Hope it's not waterlogged. And that's why you hardly see any of our estates with you know some companies that is water. And to develop is not easy. To develop waterlogged land, it is not easy. Even government is not easy. And again, we also check the documents. Land is document. Document is land. They are interwoven. Yes. Please, don't joke with it. So you don't get your fingers burnt. I told somebody one day, you want to know, forget about the document they gave you. Forget about it. Just get a surveyor yourself. Take the surveyor to the site. Yeah, pick the coordinates. Every area has got a coordinate. Even the hair, this hair you are looking at has what? Even there are, we call them aerial surveyors. They go into the sky to pick coordinates. In fact, there was a time they did Lagos State, they realigned Lagos State government, Lagos coordinates. They had to fly aeroplane around all the boundaries. And they were picking all the coordinates. The same thing, there is coordinate for the hair too. And that's why you see the route for plane. You know, I was watching a documentary. Now that there is problem in Niger Republic, they've closed their airspace. So in Nigeria now, if you are flying from Nigeria, you have to go through all these other West African countries, going to Europe. Ghana is even very close. Can somebody just give me the hint? I've forgotten those countries now. Eh? You guys are not current. You don't read bad. And one of those countries, has a military person in a room, ruling the country. Burkina Faso, yes, God bless you. You have to go through Burkina Faso now. So if Burkina Faso should close their airspace, it's a problem. Serious problem. Ordinarily, if you are flying from Lagos to Qatar, it used to be like 8 hours. When they were, and maybe are they still in Sudan? Is it Sudan or Ethiopia? Sudan, yes. They closed their airspace, so they have to go to take a detour, cut off Sudan. Then that alone took about 2 hours. Alone. So there's layout, there is a coordinate for everywhere, even the sky. So you take your surveyor to the site, pick the coordinates, go to the Ministry of Lands, the Surveyor General's office, chat it. They will give you the land information. This land belongs to government. You can't build here. That's red flag. Just go to them. And that's what we used to call it, that investigate before you invest. Before you what? Don't jump. As a real estate practitioner, you must not get it is not even it is too late for you to not get your fingers burnt in buying properties. Because this is what you do. You need to understand the basics. Very simple. I gave you the value chain on Thursday. End to end, from A to Z. You know, how to what? Start the real estate business, all the practitioners in it. If once you fail the project, and that's why you see so many projects failing. So many projects, even in Lekki, or some of them not to sell it, the marketers. It's a problem. Some having issues with the builders. We also had the same in Treasury Estate Phase 1. The builders were just busy gallivanting and rolling everywhere, just enjoying themselves. You know, seeing so many houses, just they lost focus, and it gave us serious issues. So you need to understand all these layouts from the agents down to the office there. Even the office must not give you problem. Your document will be ready on time. Yes, your documents, your papers, your everything was ready. The lawyer must be in place to prepare documents. If there's a defect in any of the documents prepared by the lawyer, they can use that to sue you. And they have you to pay damages of 15 million naira. And you see yourself begging the client, please. We are sorry. We are so sorry. So please, you need to understand us. And that's why we are taking our time to groom you. Blessings. You see, let's create financial projections and create financial wealth, financial freedom. Yes. You can project and it can liberate you if well planned. And the problem is that mismanagement of funds has actually affected so many players in the industry. Mismanagement of funds. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you see millions, I could remember one of our marketers then bought a car. People were calling me emotion that they now see this guy driving 1 a.m., 2 a.m. with a small car. Ọ̀rọ̀ ayé ni, ayé máa jẹ́ o. Financial management is very important, and it has affected so many companies because investors. Okay, look at Nigerians in diaspora. They don't believe anybody again because they've got their fingers burnt, even their family members. And it's because based on lack of financial management. As a realtor, you must be disciplined. Please imbibe the spirit of discipline in you. Let it be in you. And if that can be in you, the sky is just a starting point. You don't have limits to where you can get to. You don't have any limit if you are very careful. I spoke about the value chain on Thursday. I just quickly remembered something now. I spoke about the agent. I spoke about the Omonile. I spoke about the government that prepared documents. The town planners coming to town, the project managers coming in. The architect design. You see the builders coming to build. You see the marketers. If there's a problem somewhere, look at what happened with that foreshore guy. The 21-story building. Crumble the company, crumble the guy. So one of the pillars must not be missing. Just one like this must not go off. You must manage all the process from A to Z. The office must be fully managed. Or else you'll be fighting, you'll be settling issues. And if a client wants to pay, your marketer, a marketer brings in a client, wants to pay them, and you don't see another client coming to say, ha ha, they have duped me. What will the client do? I'll go back to you. I'll go back to you. So the office too must be what? Well managed. We had one issue about 2 weeks ago. The guy said he's no longer buying. And I said, okay, we paid 2 million naira. We have paid 15% commission. Take your 1.7. And I was threatening the marketer. I told the marketer, don't pay that money back. He has signed the deed, and we have signed agreement with you. So we are standing by you. When he came to the office, I said you should call police. Let's go and settle it there. That one is a just case. But if it is the case that he bought land and we didn't allocate him the land, I also will just switch off my phone. So that's it. You understand? So you need to manage it end to end. Unfortunately for the guy, they demolished the 3 buildings. Fully demolished. Look at the investment going wrong. And it was as a result of just one of the arm that failed. A wrong calculation somewhere. Maybe from the town planners, or maybe from the builders, or maybe from the architect that failed to do the load shedding, that the calculations or somewhere. Because real estate is very interesting. Very, very interesting. There's this word that in real estate says, we shape our buildings and our buildings shape us. We shape, as you are seated here, you shape your city, and your city does what? Shape you. See the number of estates you have developed. We have changed from a desert, from a forest, from those empty land, from one place that, like one of our estates, used to be like a kidnapper's den or slaughter slab, where they go to slaughter both ladies and, I remember when we first got there, the number of ladies on this that we saw there, like over 100. We now ask that. Okay. No. We change the narrative there. It used to be a dungeon. It used to be an abandoned location. But when we got there, we changed the narrative. If you get there today, you'll be seeing houses. Houses there. Houses there. Beautiful houses. Should I mention the name of the estate? No. Okay, you want to hear? Hey, that's this our last Maja. Last also. I mean, you two be there. Yes, last Maja. That place used to be very hot bed. But as a real estate practitioner, you shape your industry, and industry shapes you. You shape a city, and the city shapes you. You come up with good, nice structure. Look at what has happened in Bluestone, for example. Real estate is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. It is very, very interesting. As a real estate practitioner, you must always have a team in place, because your team makes your dream work. Without your team, that your dream can never go anywhere. It's very, very important for you to notice. Your team, and that's why this group of people seated here, I personally gave, as a company, we gave 100% attention. Because they are part of the team. And the meaning of a team is together everyone achieve more. You are achieving, we also are what? Achieving. Abi, it's a win-win deal. Teamwork makes the dream work. Without a team, that dream will just be a common illusion. You know, you have a beautiful dream, you want to do this, but there are no, you don't have the right people around you. And that's, you must have the right people around you. You know, the right people around you. Round peg in the right round hole that fits in. Very important. Finally, in real estate, you have to be positive minded. Every real estate investor, developer, player in the industry, in any way you are, you found yourself, even as a realtor, as a consultant, as a marketer, you've got to be positive with your team. Work with your team, because if you get to site and you abuse the engineer today, tomorrow the engineer will discipline you. We might not even know it. Say that one, don't worry. See that client house. This is what we are going to do. So please be positive. Be positive with everybody around you, your team members, from the office to your clients, government officials, everybody around. Just be positive. You have nothing to lose for you being positive. It's such an interesting industry. I want you to enjoy. You have nothing to lose. Just enjoy. And you know what about the industry? The industry can never die. Because it was first created. So everything would actually go before the rest also goes. And you know, and that's why we human beings, we also we go first, because we were created last. Uh, Mindful. So real estate cannot go, it's not going anywhere. It's there. It's there. All right. If you have any question, you can ask before we go into the beautiful week. All right.